Good evening and welcome to Nightfall in Amsterdam. Tonight we are joining, appropriately enough, a number of werewolves. We are gathering, beginning at the fairly newly formed sept, known as the Sept of Scorched Stone. As we join our werewolves, they've all been kind of rounded up. The howls have gone up, calling everyone to gather as some unknown vehicles pull onto the sept. As everyone arrives, the elders have kind of stood at attention. The guardians are standing ready, but these brand new, very well polished, what appear to be Humvee limos, two of them, have pulled onto the sept, one in front of the other, right up into the parking area. And as we join everyone, one of the doors is thrown open. You guys arrive just in time to see one of the sept elders, Ilf, approach the vehicle. As the door opens, he stands almost looking like he's going to slam it back shut onto whoever is about to step out. When a man with a sort of a slight Oxford accent waves through the window. "Belay that, sir. I am Sean Bailey, known as Leads the Charge, the Silver-Tongued and Protects the Kin. Born of the Silver Fang tribe, and Adrin under the gibbous moon. We come as friends. We're new to the city, and we've come to help a cause that we are given to understand some of your own have started." As he says that, the other limo opens as well, and another gentleman steps out. Indeed, we're given to understand that the initial call for funding and volunteers to clean up the dump sites that formerly were protected wetlands began among the people here. I am Clifton Sutton, runs the numbers. Athro of the Children of Cockroach, and born under the crescent moon. Does anyone here have any further information? We caught some flyers and fundraisers. Sean here's was able to procure some equipment and also has brought some significant funds to help this cause, but we need a little more details before we can get things rolling. As the elders kind of look at one another, Petrus kind of rubs his forehead, and you hear Elf kind of mutter a little bit under his breath about damn modernists. And Petrus says, "Yes, that was one of our own, being a little more outside the box rather than the typical charge through the Umbra and lead a rampaging assault against the forces of the Worm. He turns and says, I believe Draken is present with us. He's the one who kind of kick-started this whole thing, no pun intended. As well as a number of other folks that he's worked with on these sorts of things. He can probably fill you in on the details, and hopefully they can aid you in whatever you need to get this ball rolling. As some of the other gurus start to kind of meander away, Aelf turns and says, well, the modern technology is not exactly my theater of war, so Petrus, I'm leaving you as the point man on this if they need anything from us directly. Otherwise, I'm sure you can delegate this accordingly. And as he turns, a number of the other Get, who are kind of traditionalists, head off with him. Petrus looks at the group and at Draken, and then looks over to the newly arrived guru and says, well, before we get too into the nitty-gritty of this operation, let's maybe round out the introductions. We've got some formal introductions from yourselves, but a little more of what brought you to the city or what your intentions are above and beyond this objective. Might help settle everyone's nerves. And I'm sure these couple of guru here have been kind of tasked with assisting, myself included. I'm sure you'd like to know a little more of who we are. So, I am, as mentioned, Petrus, one of the elders of the Sept, known as Cursed by Blood, a crescent moon, and a son of Grandfather Thunder, born on neither 2 legs nor 4. He kind of turns and looks at the rest of you guys expectantly.
Lucas steps up. Says, I'm Lucas Three Chords, Breaker of the Stoneheart. Also not born on either 2 or 4 legs. Son of Cockroach. Galliard, and I am a fosterer to the nation.
Veronica Strikes with Lightning, born on 2 legs, born on the gibbous moon, daughter of Grandfather Thunder, Adrin of the nation.
I am Eir Sigurdsson, known to the nation as Renzer Enemies Skulls, Adrin, daughter of Fenris, born on 2 legs under a crescent moon.
Littlefang's waiting for all the people who outrank her to go.
I think that was all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Did Veronica say anything?
Yep.
Or did I just space out?
She did.
Damn, okay, I really did space out, sorry. Littlefang will kind of step up, and she's in Lupus. If this is a place where they're coming in, that it's safe to be Lupus. She says, I am born under the full moon. Born on 4 legs. child of Uktena. They call me Little Fang.
Petrus kind of looks over at Draken and gestures, and then to the Glasswalker and Silverfang, he says, "And this would be your man of the hour, of course." Draken here's the one who put this all together, and turn the floor over to him. I'm just here as a resource man at this point.
He kind of waves. I'm Draken. Name's Draken. Nice to meet you all. Where's your stuff?
The Silverfang looks back and forth, and he goes, "Clifton, I think we can work with this one. He's to the point."
One moment. Hey, get a Fenris that are walking away. It is also protecting Gaia to fix things and not kill the faces of people. Need strong backs. You can lift a sword, you can lift a shovel.
And you're Clifton kind of chuckle, and then he looks at Petrus and he goes, "Boy, you'd almost think this one was a new moon."
I get that a lot. I do not know why.
Well, I can agree with your sentiment, but there is a time and a place for professionals. And unfortunately, before we can start the cleanup operations, as mentioned, Sean had sent a number of shipments of equipment over. Unfortunately, those were intercepted and are appear to be being held in a warehouse here in the city. We know the warehouse is owned by a company known as Atomic Cell. They're life sciences, all the modern medicine, all the gizmos. Not one of ours. And we know that the fellow responsible for the impounding and such is a man by the name of Randall Blanchard. We know where the warehouse is, but that's about it. We don't know what's in there. Sean and I didn't come with large contingents. We didn't come prepared for that kind of combat. Our intention was show up with resources to help you guys get things done. We're support people, as it were. Sean,
So we must go and gather the supplies that you sent for us that you could not ensure would reach us? If I understand what you are saying correctly, Raya?
Sean clears his throat and he says, "Well, we sent them ahead. We came over on a vessel that could not carry them, so we sent them on a transport. When we arrived here, found that it had been hijacked, commandeered, piracy, that sort of thing. Yeah, did not realize I was sailing into a Caribbean port in the late 1600s, but it sure felt that way when you show up at the dock, find out your ship's nowhere to be found, and get told that piracy has been an ongoing issue." And who the hell parked a longship in the dock? Completely unrelated, but additionally, not something I expected to see in Amsterdam's primary port in 2020.
Eric kind of glances briefly over at Veronica at that and tries not to chuckle.
Do we know where these supplies were taken then?
Clifton says, an excellent question. As a matter of fact, we do. He pulls out a 2-in-1 tablet out of the limo there, and he says, in fact, I not only have a map, but I also have the registered blueprints from the city. Where in the building exactly they are, I don't know, but having a map of the building sure seems like it would be useful.
Have you analyzed the map yet? The blueprints?
It's a warehouse facility. They've got a number of cold storage areas because they deal in life sciences, medical stuff, so they have a lot of refrigerated sections. Seems to be a fairly typical layout of warehouse to warehouse. I would expect inside to see a lot of racking, pallet type storage. Seems to be a bulk distribution type warehouse. They do have a small, what they have listed as a samples lab. I don't know what that could be exactly, but I imagine that's like a QA type region. At least that would be my use of it if I were operating the facility. Granted, my company doesn't really deal in medical. That's not my forefront. But that's what I've got on that angle.
Has anyone from your group done any kind of recon to see as far as security guards, that kind of thing?
Clifton looks and he says, my group consists of the two of us and a number of kinfolk, and given this is someone who has pirated a ship full of equipment, I didn't know what to expect, so I wasn't about to send kin into such a situation. As I said, we came more as support and resources. We did not bring masters of espionage or warriors.
Can you secure a vehicle big enough to carry all of stuff out once we get it?
Sean looks at you and he says, an excellent question, sir. As a matter of fact, not only can I, but I have. To make this simpler, rather than buy a vehicle, I bought a small trucking company when we arrived.
Huh.
Lucas's eyes just kind of go, like the big eye kind of deal.
So we go in, secure whatever we secure, get vehicles, load on truck, come back home. Yeah.
We could do that. I did also secure a site near to the project area. It was a zone for construction, and given a lot of the equipment I brought for cleanup was large barrels, rated for storage of waste, small bobcats, that sort of thing, all quality inspected before I sent them. I thought, well, by a construction site nearby, and we've got a convenient reason to park all of this stuff right there. Also, I put 3 job trailers there, so we have an office space to operate from. I'm working on the permits if anybody's any good with paperwork.
I have a name for you for that guy. He actually gives the name of the Shadow Lord Kinfolk that is a mover and shaker. That guy.
Boris?
Yes.
Perfect.
Hmm.
He quick writes it down. He pulls out like a pocket notebook, writes it down. He goes, fantastic.
He is expediter.
Always good to have someone who can cut through the red tape.
Or people.
Yeah. I mean, people can be red tape.
He's multi-useful. He's okay. He kind of looks at all the people who outrank him and like he's like, I'd say stuff, but my face.
So when do we want to go check this place out?
And
I'm down to do it whenever.
Sean kind of gestures and he says, well, I realize that you're not the most subtle of vehicles. I do have 2 large vehicles capable of housing everyone with tinted windows. Granted, driving through a warehouse district, they may stand out a little bit, but I assume if we're going to go up and kick down the door, we're going to stand out at some point anyway.
Why are we kicking down the door? Why are we door kickers? Why? I mean,
I was being
He was joking.
non-literal.
oh, okay. It's good.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very good. It's very good. Yes.
Kicking down the door is not off the table if the talking part doesn't go well, right?
But okay. I mean, if that's
I assume there's more than those 2 options.
I will support team effort.
I'm going to assume talking's off the table. Generally, people who steal your shit are not interested in sitting down and having a polite discussion about returning it.
No,
Right.
trust the company. I was going to drive through side of building and go get our stuff.
Miscommunications. Let's do that.
How is this a bad plan?
Well, it's a big warehouse and we don't know which side our things are on, but if that's the approach you want to take.
One side of the building, it's a big empty box, right? Is warehouse with lots of other strange things. Why not avoid all of the strange things and all of negotiation? Drive through about 80 km an hour, bust through a side of walls, run over everybody in the way, get our stuff, load it up, and come back. This is a great plan.
Oh boy.
Bay doors would probably be our biggest asset then. As I said, a lot of this is refrigerated storage, so the walls are pretty durable.
Yes, but front bay door, very easy to drive through if you drive fast enough, yes?
Yeah.
Most importantly, while we drive through, Geru, who are very good at the other side, jump into other side. That way we have 2-prong attack. It's a great plan.
You can do that.
I like it.
And plus, bag from Kulik. Have much more bag.
Oh boy.
Clifton kind of scratches his head and he looks at Sean, who shrugs, and he goes, I'm not familiar with your terminology. What is a Kulik?
A Kulik is a very interesting person, and we want to send messages of don't fuck with our stuff. Or we blow up your house. I mean, if that's okay with assemblage. Yes.
I mean, if you want your equipment, you might not want to blow it up.
Oh, blow them up after we leave. We leave bomb as
Okay.
kaboom. Yes.
That works.
Stealing is bad.
Just fuck those guys. Sirs and ma'ams. Yes. Yes. If it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
Big truck. Huge truck. Drive very fast.
Clifton looks at Sean and he goes, well, I like the back end perk of it's going to wreak absolute hell on their insurance rates too. Not to mention loss of inventory. So
upside for everyone, and we get our stuff. You still from the 13 tribes. We all get back at you.
there's definitely merit to the approach. I'm not hearing anyone offer any other alternatives, so I'm on board.
Of course, we could sneak, but I'm not so good. not so good at all. He kind of looks at the because there's a Arun based on the introduction here, and that Arun outranks him, and he just kind of looks at it.
I think Lil is also a Cleath.
You're both the same rank out of game. The only ones that outrank you at the moment is Veronica and Air, or the
And
highest rank
Lucas.
with me.
And Lucas.
He goes, if it's okay with all of you, you guys better at this than me.
Good with me. Lucas goes to get his stuff.
I'm fine with it, and Air's gonna go grab her shit too.
Fine by me. Veronica gets her stuff.
She figures she's gonna be going in via the Umbra. She does best there.
Petrus looks and says, well, I'll do some damage control here and make sure that, well, to be fair, Elf's not exactly a discreet fellow, so I'm sure he's going to be right on board. But we'll make sure everyone else doesn't throw too big of a conniption. Let's try to be discreet enough, at least, that we don't show up anywhere in newspapers or photos, huh?
I would break the litany this way. No, I am Philodox. They lose my Philodox card. They take away your moon card and everything. No break litany. No share. Most investigations, we do not have this much information. Back when I was in Interpol, we were just guessing all the time. But with this, we know where the bad guys are and what they did and where all their stuff is. And we can kill them. I mean, we can get our stuff back.
Sean looks and says, well, I don't know the exact nature of the company, but when you have a child of cockroach working with you and he tags your equipment with a GPS that's non-electronic, so to speak, it's suddenly becomes a lot easier to track down.
We had a way different department for those people. I don't. All you said tracking without electricity. My brain turned off. I don't know what that means.
Well, you know, crescent moon.
Oh, cheaty magical technology. Yes. Okay.
Eventually, Lucas comes back with his armor on and his axe, and he's ready to go.
Veronica has her sword.
Air's kind of got her cloak and whatnot.
Draken looks at everyone and he goes, remember the part where we weren't, you know what? You are very good at this. I will be in driver's part. All of this is a lot of stuff. Let's go to the truck.
Air's is pretty light, actually.
Right.
I haven't decided what weapon she grabbed yet.
Is
I
Patreus,
bet she'll use her claws. She won't bring an actual weapon, just her claws.
at which point Dragon goes, what are you doing? What are you doing?
To who, Air?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Big thing. Yes, big thing. Yes, bring the thing with the big thing.
You want me to bring the big thing?
Yes.
I have lots of big things.
One of them was big at the place when we were in the crushing and the killing. Bring that.
The Labrys, the Warhammer.
His toolbox, big favorite tool, but bring big thing. It's my lucky big thing. Last time was every time we go to battle and you bring big thing, we win. So bring big thing.
Air chuckles. Labrys it is. Except for now, she has a new shiny one.
You know, if you want to decorate it with bedazzle, is okay with me. I just want to make sure you bring it.
All right. So have they motioned to us to, get into the Hummer limos?
Yeah, and as they do, Clifton looks at Sean and he goes, definitely a traditionalist establishment.
My character is that I have half a Kulik bag. Not very traditional.
Sean looks and he goes, oh no, you are like, we've got some projects I think we can get things done very well on. I'm going to assume, however, that your companions there are going to be the other side prong.
See, this is why you have so much rank. You're very observant. Good job.
He looks around and says, with traditionalists, you never know. Sometimes they go right down Main Street with sword in hand.
Not when level-headed Final Ducks is here to ask them not to do that. You'd be surprised how often this works.
Luke is climbing into the Hummer. Hey, I'm just bringing my guitar, man.
Okay, for the first time, my character kind of looks at Lucas and he goes, "You know what? I'm not even going to. No. Mm-mm.
It's a badass weapon.
No, not gonna. No.
I'm
not going to
As
point
if
out.
she knows he's like eyeing up the guitar.
He goes, I'm not even going to expose the absurdity of everything.
Lucas just, he's saying all this, and Lucas is crawling and looks over at him, kind of gives him the wink and climbs into the Hummer.
Oh, God. Grandfather Thunder, you put me here for this. This is why you put me here. It is. To suffer.
Little Fang shifts up to Hamid. So, we are taking the cars then? Very
like
well.
it.
And she'll get in.
We're taking them apparently right in.
No. We not take these. We take big truck because you bought trucking company.
He chuckles and says, "Oh, don't worry, those will meet us there."
Oh, sweet. I have a very positive attitude about this. I think we're going to be fine.
These whiskeys back here look fancy. Can I have some?
He looks and says, "Well, I can't speak to the quality. I don't partake myself. They just came with the truck."
I'll let you know how they are.
Sean gets in one of the driver's seats. Clifton gets in the other vehicle in the driver's seat, and Sean points to Draken and says, "You get shotgun."
Is it under the seat?
Armrest.
Oh, okay.
As you get in, he looks and he says, "You can take these directly in. The advantage to buying the VIP package." And as he starts it up and the other one backs out, he backs out and he looks at Drac and he goes, "If you have to shoot that thing, roll down the window because it won't go through."
But shotguns are like saying surprise to enemy.
Bulletproof glass makes them a surprise to us.
Why didn't you list that as among one of our assets? Oh, you say VIP. My bad.
As I said, these should go right through the aluminum bay door just fine.
He loads the shot. He's not stupid. He's an ex-cop.
And as they start heading over,
Is the vehicle big enough for me to shift the Labra?
yes. In fact, in the back, because there's, I don't know how they split up, but there are 4 GRU in the back of 2, so I would assume 2 and 2. But there's enough room for them to be in Krynos in the back of these things.
This is the Goon Squad. We just started the game and the Goon Squad showed up. This is ridiculous. Let's do it. So we have a Galliard, right?
Yep. The 2 of them.
He goes, so, any inspirational things on the way there?
Sean looks at you and he goes, "You're not inspired by 2 trucks that we're about to blow through the doors of a building with?" Then he chuckles. He goes, "Oh, I'm sure we can find something."
Anything but country and western.
No country, no western. I got you.
He looks and he says, "I'm British, not inbred."
Out of character, Marcus says she likes country music. Damn it.
Yeah, I guess from the back you hear Lucas start playing something pretty thrash metally, something that's going to make you want to just rip walls apart.
Well, this just got real fast. So, question: how do we tie in character? Okay, so the plan is the big giant trucks are gonna go through the side of the wall. We're gonna go in behind them. The cooling bag is in the bag of the thing. That's the after party. So at which point do because y'all are he goes, so when are you guys going to go to other place?
When we are close to our target, I would think, since we did not just leave from the Sept.
Sean says, I would imagine that would be either when we slow down before going into the wall or after we are through. Because doing it while we are approaching the wall at high rates of speed is probably not going to do well when you find the wall on the other side that we're not going to blow a hole through.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never tried shifting at high speeds, but I'm going to say there's probably a possibility that your momentum carries through, and diving into the Umbra at 80 miles an hour while we hurtle towards a wall that may or may not have a solid reflection? Seems like a poor decision. It would make one hell of a story.
Let's do it. I'm joking. Totally good. All right. This is gonna be some shit. Let's do this. We driving through walls and carrying on. Fuck.
Right? Doing crazy stuff.
As you guys turn onto the street, you notice there are 4 flatbed trucks, all listed as oversized load, parked there. And they also have like a leader and a follower truck with the lights on.
Okay.
Well, you know, like the lights mounted on top so that you can clear lane. The lights are not flashing currently, but they're physically on there is what I meant.
Oh.
Yeah. As he approaches, he says, "Well, looks like the boys are here." The drivers of all those are kinfolk, because I didn't know if I was going to get regular folks to, no matter what pay grade I offered, to drive through the wall of a building. I'm going to assume what we're about to do probably approaches charges of terrorism.
Only if you get caught.
Right. Well, regular folks aren't prepared for that decision. Kin, on the other hand, are all for it. Gives them a chance to do their part and all that.
John, is this a semi-automatic shotgun or a regular shotgun?
It is a semi-automatic.
Roger that. You're around bursting. Damn bloodthirsty.
As you guys turn up the drive, Sean says, one thing that concerns me would be the lab. I don't know what's in there, but they may have a suppression system. Granted, if you have enough explosive, fire suppression is negligible. But if it's a lab, it might also have some sort of air or gas system for preserving. So potential for bigger boom. When I hit the door, the lab's to the left if you're interested. Once we're in, I'm trained to operate the heavy equipment, so I can get that onto the trucks. Provided we have minimal conflict, drivers can start loading barrels and pallets. Obviously, everyone else deal with whatever the hell else crops up.
Do you want me to try and take down the electrical?
It can't hurt.
Cool.
He radios and says, I suggest we hit the high beams because got a feeling the building's going dark. And he floors it straight at the bay door.
For God.
So 2 successes on power surge.
All right. There's an outdoor transformer there, so it's fairly easy to hit.
Cool.
Shift to Krynos.
And
Shifting to Kronos as well.
I'll do that after I get out of the truck.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Shift Krynos
They said
after
that
the
they
truck.
I'm
said
only
outer
6
game.
feet
It's
tall in Krynos, so
they said outer game. It's big enough for Kronos, right?
yep.
The doors are big enough for Krynos too?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, and depending how you're exiting the vehicle, you may not need.
It doesn't matter.
Fucking roll, okay.
I spent am rage point to be am and Glabro while we drive.
I am gonna activate my spirit skin before we hop on both because we don't know what's there.
As you do, you hear coming over all the CB radios between both Humvees, and you can hear the truck drivers are hearing it on theirs. As the Clifton begins blaring, and where the hell he's playing it from, you don't even know, but he has decided that it's appropriate to play Break On Through by the Doors. Sean goes, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." Just as he slams into the bay door, we are going to say that probably requires a roll because I'm going with driving a truck through a bay door is not part of the standard operation.
Ooh, I have the gift where I could pull everyone in the Umbra.
He has no problem blowing through the bay door. You guys hear a shriek of twisting metal as the door itself actually holds. However, the frame is ripped off of the brackets.
Oh, jeez.
And Sean is driving blind. He hammers the gas one last time and then hits the brakes hard. So I'll need a Dex Athletics from anyone from the two who are in the back of that vehicle. Whichever two of you guys want to be in the back of the lead vehicle, I don't care.
I'll do it.
Because he has slammed on the brakes. And you guys hear a crash as the door keeps going, but the vehicle stops.
Oh, crap.
Yep. Lucas jumps out and
All right, so
Still has a success on her thing.
you keep your feet. You're a little tossed around, but you know you're kind of a son of a bitch. What is she doing? Type of things while you stay on your feet.
Was I supposed to roll something?
No, you're in a seat. You're not going to get thrown to the floor. They're in the back of a upright limo. So.
Oh. So you want us to make rolls, derp?
Dex Athletics.
I think we're in the back, in the trailing vehicle. I don't think we need
Okay, so
to.
Veronica would be the other one then?
Yep. I'm just looking up the athletics.
As you guys stop,
I'm good.
Well,
Sean turns to Draken and he says, "You mind handing me those couple of fellas in the glove box there?"
What is? He hands it to him, whatever it is.
So when you open the glove box, there are a couple of large SMGs in there. He says, "I'll have to magazines are under the seat," but and he pulls those out and he says, "Well, let's get to work."
I'll be going to the left as per your suggestion.
Over his shoulder, he says, hollers and says, "There may be operators here who are not in the loop, so let's make sure we confirm targets before opening fire, or whatever it is you do. For those of you on the other side, whatever you run into, you're probably fair game.
All right.
And Lil uses the reflection in the car window to cross over.
Yep. And Air's gonna cross over as well.
All right.
Lucas is staying Tellurian.
What's the gauntlet?
It is 6.
Okay.
Little thing has 3 successes.
I got 4. Let's say we make it.
All right, so you're going to see Draken head off to the left, carrying a duffel bag.
And a shotgun.
And a shotgun. Sean is headed to the right, and he's kind of like peering, because the warehouse is separated into big like cold storage rooms. So he's looking through the window of each door, looking to see which one might hold his shit.
Lest we forget the armored coat that is on my sheet that is dedicated, because I didn't dedicate my knife because I'm not stupid.
All right.
All right. Now that we are Umbral, I am going to shift to Krynos and activate the cloak. I already activated the spirit skin, so. All right.
Dedicate this shotgun. Fuck for now. Dedicate this shotgun. I was the point. Okay.
The cloak's activated.
And Lil's hands are glowing blue. Her forearms as well.
I'm
And there's pretty little lines.
I am going to activate that Labrys.
We're all outside the cars.
Air and
Lil
Lil
and
the
Air have
umbrella.
gone to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lucas is staying Tellurian.
But we're all still in the cars, correct?
Lucas is not.
All right.
All right.
Draken is not. And I think technically Air and Lil are not.
Okay,
And
there's just a lot of
Sean
stuff.
is not either.
Okay, they're almost
There's
with.
All right.
What does the warehouse interior look like? Is it just like boxes or?
So you guys are in like aisleway, and then the aisleway runs, and there's like big walled off sections. So it's like big walk-in, drive-in cooler sections. And looking, looking through the windows and the doors, you can see each of these cooler sections has like racks with pallets on it and stuff. Draken, as you get to like the lab section, it's basically like a smaller cooler section, and there's no window on the door. It just says secure. Lab work in progress. And there's a, like a do not enter light on.
Oh. That's not good. That means they could be doing science and stuff that could disturb them, and that means that they could be, oh no, not bad guys, fuck it. No, but he did say it was confirmed targets, so my character will knock really hard with the door on the door.
All right.
No, actually, he will not do that. I will use persuasion, the gift. And I was like, come on, coming out's a great idea. Set your experiment down. Okay. Let's see. First, I roll my charisma plus subterfuge, which is not high. You'd think it was, but it's not. Let's see. Three, 5. Yeah, 5 dice. Let's see what happens.
Lil activates Razor Claws as well.
John, what the description is, there's like a lab, like multiple labs is what I'm getting, in coolers.
No, just one lab. The rest is like pallets of like refrigerated product on racks.
What are the products?
There are a lot of it's a lot of medical. There are like some supplement vitamins, that sort of thing. If you've ever, performance, like the energy protein shakes,
Okay.
powders, all that kind of shit. And then there's some that obviously are more like medical that have like actual medicine, like prescription medicines too. You finally hear from one of the back corners, Sean yell back. He goes, "Well, I found where they're keeping our stuff."
Head over.
He points in, and you can see that there's like they have the racks along the outside edges, but in the center are a number of like bobcats and landscape type equipment and large drums.
Lucas is gonna pop sense worm just for funsies. 3 successes.
All right. And you're still on the physical side, correct?
Yeah.
There are definitely wormish things in there.
Like more than you would expect from like a just regular warehouse.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't just like obviously an average business. Draken, the door finally opens, and there's a man standing there. And he appears to have like a syringe in one hand. And he says, "Yes? You needed something?"
Yeah. Let me make my charisma plus douchebag roll right fast. Whatever he wants to roll to save versus douchebaggery, he can. 1 second. Okay. So I need to roll me a charisma plus subterfuge roll, and I'm going to try and get him to understand that there's a security breach and that him and everybody in there need to get out now and go out the emergency exit. He says, and he kind of turns away so you can't see the face because Am Glabro. And he says, "I'm with security. You definitely, most assuredly need to get out of here. All of you need to leave because there's been some sort of breach in the coolant section, and because they had letters as walk past, and he gives them one of the random names. He goes, "Everyone out the emergency exit. Don't ask questions. Just go, go, go." I will roll my charisma plus bullshit if you want me to.
Yes, we would need our roll for the bluff there.
Now, as I have a merit, if I'm trying to BS somebody, it's -2 difficulty. I also got 2 successes on my cheesy persuasion roll, and as it says if you read persuasion, it says that they will have stronger reactions than normal from regular social rolls.
Okay.
So this is -4 diff. So whatever the difficulty is, tell me.
Well, it would have been standard, so.
So you can't go lower than 3. So it's diff 3, right?
Right.
Okay. So
John, I was looking for cameras with my character, and I got 4 successes. Do I see any?
There are not.
That is weird.
Can't though? Like that just fucked with me.
That is both a good and a bad sign. Little Fang's also going to activate heightened senses and then use sense worm.
Veronica is going to use the gift Song of the Mother Earth.
And Air is kind of taking in what kind of spirits are present and what they're about on this side. And
So I got 6 successes, whatever that means.
He immediately gets this panic look.
All of you, go! You must go!
As they start running out, one of them finally says, "Should we initiate the emergency protocols?"
Sure!
Shit.
oh. Sure.
Draken's new deed name is Buddy Fucker.
Buddy fucker.
As they head to the, they start running out, and one of them hits like a emergency button on the wall, and alarms start going off.
Is all of this on some different electrical?
Oh yeah, he's right.
Yes, the lab is all on a backup emergency power.
Okay.
And as those alarms are going off, of course, the rest of the warehouse is dark, so you hear them stumbling around. And the rest of you guys kind of can hear, like in the distance, the horns going off and stuff. But Sean walks up to the door of the. He says, "Well, I suppose we better get this part of the party started." And he kicks open the door. Draken, you are knocked over as a number of human-like things come storming out.
Human-like, you say? That was an interesting distinction there, John. What do you mean human-like?
Well, many of them appear to have not quite animal-like characteristics.
That's nasty.
Some of them have extra limbs, or one guy who comes out has like elongated jaw. He's a human, but looks like a regular human, but he's got a large jaw.
So here's a question: as they're coming out, can I get the bag in there and get the door closed?
If you want to try, sure.
Yeah, I'm strong. I'm gonna try. I'm strong.
Okay. Let's go with. It's going to be throwing the bag through the door really doesn't require much accuracy, so you can just go with that. But to pull the door shut as they're piling through will be a strength and athletics.
How strong is it? 5 dice is pretty good. Let's see what happens.
I mean, you don't have to worry about protecting the veil right now. You could just rage up.
Yeah. Do we see this or no? Not yet.
Oh, you guys are at the far side. So you guys have seen Sean kick open the door to the storage, to the section where the stuff is, and start heading in there.
Well, here's a question: can these things be? These are the sort of beings that can be intimidated, are they? Or can anything be scared?
They are not.
Okay, cool. So am shove. Let's see what happens. And difficulty on this standard?
Yes.
Okay. One success.
So you're fighting to get the door closed, as these beings are kind of like slamming against it. You don't have it shut yet, but you've at least got it closed far enough. More of them are not coming out.
That's cool because I'm about to be a jerk and push the button with me holding the door closed.
The rest of you guys, as you follow Sean in, find things in these barrels, or starting to climb out of these barrels. They're almost look like small, like chimpanzees, but they are long claws. Don't really have much hair. Have almost like scales to them, and they begin to head towards Sean.
Lucas snaps to breed and spends the gnosis to activate his axe.
Veronica activates her lightning claws and charges.
I heard initiative. That's what I heard. I heard initiative. Oh, initiative.
Yes, we will do an initiative at this point.
All right.
They pushed the goon button.
When you follow Eagle, you act. So it's Dex and Wits, right?
Yes.
1d10 plus dex wits.
Thank you.
That was probably a far more helpful response.
I rolled really low.
Three. Oh. Sorry. Oh, what's my stupid wits at? Oh, 13 for Lucas.
Alright, so we have Lucas at 13. Veronica's at 10.
Yep.
Looks like Veronica's the faster 10.
Yep.
Seizing the edge.
Alright, so who else do we have? So we need air and
Lil?
Lil. You guys are Umbra side.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to go ahead and roll just so we're all in the same rotation right away.
You don't even know what's going on over here. Okay.
All right, but this way we can just keep action so that we don't get out of sync.
Lil is in 17.
Hold on. Really? Come on. Because mine's gonna get funny. No. $16.
You did plus 16.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, because I have.
You didn't need the F6.
Oh. Yeah.
So
That's
actually a
hold
20.
on. It's actually 21.
Yep.
Yeah. Because that. See, this is where it gets interesting. That fetish that I activated gives you Spirit of the Fray if it's activated.
Sweet.
That's why I was like, you sure you want to do this? But, okay.
When things happen our side, we'll go first, most likely.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do I not have on my list? Did I get an initiative from Draken yet?
No, because I'm on a whole nother thing. So just do your
Okay.
comeback.
Well, you got guys trying to bust out a door too, so.
Yeah.
All right. So, as oh, well, whatever. All right, so we have Veronica and Lucas and Sean on the physical side with a bunch of monkeys. Literal barrels of monkeys, as a matter of fact. And somehow I didn't add Lucas on my list. That would have been a shoot. I haven't even started, and I'm already trying to screw Lucas out of his turns. All right. So, Sean kind of hollers and he goes, I think we can consider this target confirmation. And then on the Umber side for Air and Lil. You guys are looking at a building that's more like a little more of a lab looking, less warehousey.
Okay.
But there's barrels over here, the same barrels, as a matter of fact, that you've been kind of told that were on the other side.
Okay.
And they appear to be being loaded with something that's coming out of like a large flexible tube.
What does something coming out of a large flexible tube?
Correct. So there's these the same monkey-like beings, but they're basically taking this large hose, sticking it in a barrel, then they pull it up and seal the barrel.
Okay.
I think what they are putting in should not be put in.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see where this hose connects to?
It goes
Or
up.
does it look like it has a
Yeah.
thing to shut it off?
Well, it goes up to like some tanks inside there.
Hmm.
And then on the initiative rotation here, we have the monkeys at the bottom. So on the material side, they're going to turn and start heading for Sean, Lucas, and Veronica. On the other side, they just keep loading barrels because they don't know anything's going on. So next to act would be Veronica. You've got these monkey things headed towards you.
So I'm gonna spend 2 rage and attack with the lightning claws.
All right. 2 rage. There are about half a dozen on the physical side and 4 or 5 on the material side, or on the umbral side.
Okay.
Just so we're clear. Then it's Lucas.
Lucas is gonna. How many do we want to drop? Fuck it, we'll drop 4 rage. And am I close enough to actually attack something?
Yeah, I mean, you'll be able to get into range. They're coming towards you, so.
Okay. What's my movie? 4. All right, so.
Do you want Lucas to roll first or me?
This is declaration. We'll roll from the
right.
top down.
All right.
So who? Just because there's more than one person talking.
We're still working our way through declaration because we've still got the other side too.
Okay. Thank you.
So on the Umber side, a larger creature begins to, you guys notice, is kind of directing the operation and continues to do so. And then it is Lil's declaration.
Little Fang is going to spend 2 rage. She is then going to... How do I want to do this? She says to Air, I will keep them busy if you can shut off that machine. Whatever it is pumping, it cannot be good.
That too, and she points at the even bigger thing directing them. That needs to get handled too.
Oh, he will be. And she's going to use, I think, let me see if I can.
Am I going to be able to deal with the tube if that thing is there? on?
What do you mean?
The thing directing, the bigger thing, am I going to be able to deal with the machine and shut it off or whatever?
So
With that thing there?
he's up on like a platform, kind. Think of it like a assembly line. You got these 4 little ones using, one slides a barrel in, one fills it, the next one seals it, and the next one pulls it away. And he's just
Okay.
up above supervising them.
Okay, so I can totally get.
So can I finish my declaration?
Yes, sorry.
Lil is going to go up, grab one of these monkey things, and hurl it at the guy up above to get his attention. Hoping that'll inspire him to come down.
All right, so you're physically throwing one of the small workers.
Yes,
Okay.
Right.
correct.
All right. So that will end up being a dex brawl to grab them, and then dex athletics to throw them. It's just split it. Well, yeah, because you got to grab and throw, so it ends up being a split. Were you spending any rage? Did I miss that?
2 rage.
Okay. Then it is Air's declaration.
Well, our plan is for her to distract and for me to get this machine turned off so they can't do whatever they're doing with this tube. So I guess I'm going to start making my way towards these machines and hope I can figure it out. And just in case, I'll drop 2 rage as well.
All right. All right, resolution. Air is first to act. So you're
Yeah, I
just
know.
going to try and damage the machine, or are you actually looking to shut it off?
Looking to shut it off.
All right, so
We don't know what's in it. If I damage it, that could be scary.
that will be a
You don't need it to explode and fill this whole area with it.
int and technology.
Boy. Well. I don't have technology.
And that's going to provide a difficulty. Let me see here if there's another applicable skill you can use, because tech you can't roll without points in it.
No, technology is a skill, not a knowledge, right?
It's a knowledge.
It's a knowledge.
Oh, in werewolf. Okay. Sorry, I play mage. It's a skill.
I could see science working if you have dots in that,
Nope.
or I would allow a intelligence and investigation, try and figure out where the hell you're gonna.
Okay, I have
Unless you needed to
investigation.
disconnect.
So I'd have to do investigation. So what's the diff?
The standard difficulty.
One.
All right, 1 success. None of the controls are labeled or anything, but you think you find some You do find some switches, and you think you can take a guess at which one would shut it off.
All right. Well, I assume her next turn is going to be flipping the switches.
Obviously, you are. They have kind of noticed you a little bit.
Yep,
Coming
I
in.
was ready.
Then we have Lil's action, so we need the Dex Brawl to grab, and then a Strength Athletics to throw.
Eight. 3 successes, 4 if precision or avoidance counts.
I would allow precision.
All right, 4 successes.
Alright. And since you're acting first, they don't have a defensive option, so you can go ahead and roll your throw then.
And you said strength athletics for that?
Yep.
Okay, plus rollover.
Yeah, I would allow that since you've grabbed them. You know, to indicate how good of a grapple it is.
Five successes.
I want to see flying monkeys.
Do you want to see out of game 12 monkeys?
Nope, flying. Flying.
Fly, my pretties.
Alright. Then our damage will be. Since there's
Strength
definitely
plus 4?
Yes.
Okay. Loading, lagging. Wasn't that difficult to command?
We broke it all.
Oh, 4 successes
Alright.
to both of them.
So he hits the big guy. They both take 4 damage. And then he falls to the floor of the platform. And the big guy is knocked off balance as well.
End of turn.
Alright, when the big thing actually, of course, he was not prepared to be hit, so he does not have an action. So then we go to the Lucas on the material side.
All right, he's just heading to whatever monkey's closest and hitting it with the axe.
All right, go for it.
4, 5 successes.
Again, acting at the higher initiative, you have all the. They have no defensive actions, so.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 success. So he's got a specialty. So does that just give him an extra success then? Is that how that works?
You got a 10?
Yeah.
And the specialty is applicable?
Yeah, great axe.
Okay. Then yeah, it's an extra success.
All right, so 6 successes, 5 for rollover. Damage on this thing is strength plus 6.
So it'll be a total of strength plus 11.
Yes. So 14.
Your strength is higher than 3. I'm sorry. You're in Krynos.
Then 18.
I would hope it's higher than 3.
All right.
Seeing as you get a +4 in Krynos,
18 dice and only 4 successes. That's brutal. All right. 4 for damage.
At least you didn't whiff.
All right. And he can soak.
Wait, did we decide that ones don't take away?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you had failed, you would just get a courtesy damage.
Where's my...
I'm hearing space balls.
I had to look up. He chokes 1. That's not going well for him. Matter of fact, that's 7 damage. Which puts him at incap. Right out of the bat. So he has to roll.
He loses his next turn. Yay!
No, I gotta look here. You still can. Alright, so he can rage up.
Won't do him any good.
Probably not. That doesn't make him put him in a real good state, no. Alright.
What I mean is, John.
Yep.
What I mean is, even if you do rage up, it doesn't really matter, because if after the soak roll a character suffers health level damage that equals or exceeds your stamina, she's stunned until the end of the following turn. Stunned character can't do anything.
Right.
And attack rolls against her are reduced difficulty by 2.
Right. He's up, but unless he makes it through another round with no one hitting him, which is unlikely. But all right, then we have Veronica's roll
Yep.
on a different
6.
monkey, I assume.
Yep. 6 successes, Soul of Lightning. So, hold on. Only bad thing with combat, there's so much math. Ten successes. I've never rolled that high for damage before.
Kind of makes Lucas's 18 dice versus your 17 dice look rather wimpy.
Well, let's see how the monkey's stamina is. Otherwise, it might be another round of zappity zap.
Zappity zappity.
He can't soak enough to survive that.
Zappity zappity.
So there's that. So then we get the remaining monkeys get to act. If I can find my tab here. So we have 4 left on the material, plus 1 stunned. And we have 3 mobile ones on the Umber side, because one of them went airborne. So the 4 are going on material are going to be 2 at Veronica and 2 at Lucas. And they basically attack with these monkey claws and jump at you. One of them misses Veronica, the other is swinging for 2. One swings for 4 at Lucas, and the other misses him. They are not having a good time. So Veronica has 2 damage coming at her to soak. Lucas will have 1 damage to soak. This is atrocious.
Soaked both of them. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Lucas soaked his.
All right. So you guys soaked. So then we go into rage. The 2 on the Umber side yet, or 3 on the Umber side. We're down by air.
Oh boy.
2 of them are going to jump at you.
Damn monkeys.
1 and 3 coming at you, or hitting 4. So that's 1 damage and 3 damage that you have to soak.
So one hit and then 3. So you need to make 2 stamina rolls here.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the 3rd one.
5. There's 8. Okay. So 5 on the first. And 4 on the second one.
All right, so you soak them. The 3rd monkey sprays the hose in your face.
Me?
Yeah, yep. So you get this like dusty, powdery stuff hosing you in the face. And you can
Great.
roll a Dex Athletics to try to avoid it.
Yeah.
I like to, like turn your face out of the way,
Yeah.
if you would like.
I don't know what it is. I don't want it in my face. 2.
I have a bad feeling that wasn't enough.
It was not, and you
I
find
figured.
yourself choking on this powder that you inhale.
Oh, lovely.
What is your stamina?
8 presently.
All right.
I'm assuming these aren't spirits, even though we're in the Umbra.
No, they are not spirits.
We
Are fine,
figured.
but so you actually 2 came over. All right, so we go to raid rounds. The monkeys did not take raid rounds because that's the downside of not knowing you're being attacked. So we have Veronica with 2 rage with the rage action. She's got
Yeah.
2 total, but first round.
And Lucas spent 4.
Mm-hmm. But you declare first because you're lowest initiative.
Okay.
So
Going to attack another monkey.
all right.
So 3 successes.
No,
8 successes.
Holy boy.
Zappity zap.
He soaks 0 of 8 and is toast.
Yep.
Lucas, it is your action.
All right.
Are we not doing just declarations at this point?
You're right. We got off sync there. I got sidetracked.
Well,
Good call.
whenever it's his turn to attack, he's just going to be attacking one of the 2 that were attacking him.
All right. Then we have on the other side, we will have the big guy as an action.
Oh boy.
That's the advantage of having rage. And he is going to jump over the rail and try and hit Lil, like basically like diving tackle. And that will be a
So we'll roll Dex Brawl, Dex Athletics when we get to that point.
all right. So for your declaration, you're going to dodge. Is that it?
No, I'm going to use one of my bonus rages to dodge. But I'm going to use. I'm going to wait until he's jumping down here, since he'll be jumping just after my action. I'm waiting for him to get within range to just slash him up with my claws.
So yeah, your action is before his, so you would be able to respond to what he's doing. So you're going to use this round rage action to get out of the way, correct? Am I following that right?
No. I have 3 bonus rage from my fetish that I activated.
Okay.
You said that I can draw on them at any time during combat.
Correct. So you could.
So she's spending one of those to dodge, and her attack is going to be on him when he lands.
Well, you could
If that
spend.
makes sense.
You can spend a rage for an extra action, but it still follows the rage action sequence. You know what I mean?
Okay, then she'll dodge.
Okay. Then we have Air's action.
The motherfucker that sprayed me in the face is not getting an opportunity to do it again.
Okay.
I am smacking the shit out of him with this Labris.
Okay.
In
Well,
fact, I think
Go ahead
I'm
and roll
going.
because your first act.
Hold on, I was. Yeah. I was. Yeah. All right, we'll just do this. All right, so. Let's
All
see,
up in the
here's
face.
my melee. Eight, and then let's see. I know this thing does something. Oh. Okay. 10, okay. I got 7 to hit.
All right. Well, that's going to hit.
Okay.
That's 6 rollover.
Well, I have different stats, so let's see. 6. 11. Plus. Okay, hold on. Weapon modifier. Ooh. Because that's activated. So. Jeebus, okay. $15 damage.
You need a strength or a damage specialty right there. Because that would have been 21.
Right. Well, all of these are modifiers from my just from
well,
weapons and stuff.
Obviously, Air was pretty upset about getting blasted in the face with this shit because, Lil, you watch her eviscerate this thing from one end to the other. And there are now 2 halves of a monkey in front of her.
Next time, ask for you spray on the face.
Yeah.
All right. And
Consent is important.
Lil is dodging this round, so it would be
Jumping monkey.
jumping monkey with 5 to diving tackle you. So Dex athletics to get out of the way.
I only get 2. Because
All
the
right.
dice don't like me at the moment.
So you get part way out of the way, but he still hits you pretty hard because it turns out when a giant gorilla man comes over a railing at you, it's not easy to get out of the way.
Well, can she dodge it or does she?
I did.
What I'm saying, can you block instead of dodge it?
I'm better at dodging.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Just not this time. So he will then. He has 2 roll over, which is a basic 1 bashing. So while you manage to maybe still get hit from the dodge, you divert it enough that he doesn't really get a lot of oomph behind it. And you can go ahead and roll a soak for 1 bashing damage.
I soak it.
All right. So he hit you and didn't really do significant damage. Nothing that's really an injury, and he's now laying on the ground next to you. Because that's what happens when you diving tackle someone and miss. And then we have Lucas's action to swing on one of the 2 monkeys.
All right, 3 successes. $13, $15. All right. For 3. Is that right? Where did it didn't echo? Did it show up on yours? Mine apparently didn't.
I see 3 to hit.
3 to hit, but
AQ10 F7.
the damage didn't come through.
Not yet. Does it show a little bar like?
It's not
Thinking?
acting like it's thinking. It's acting like it's doing nothing. Try again.
Yeah,
There it goes. 6.
All right, 6, so he can attempt to soak. And soaks none of it. And so he is dead.
Nice.
And Veronica had already rolled and killed hers because I fucked up. So we are on to second rage round. Veronica's first to declare.
Going to attack any is there remaining monkeys?
You got 1 yet, and Lucas has 1 yet.
All right, going after the last one.
All right. Lucas, I'm assuming you're hitting the other one you've got.
Yep.
All right.
4 successes.
We roll it.
This
We'll
is just
catch.
I'm sorry, what?
Declare from bottom up.
Yeah, roll.
I'm so sorry. You want me to re-roll that?
We will when we get back to it.
All right. I'm sorry.
So the monkey's on the ground. The big one, he's going to try and get up and swing it, like do a rolling swing at Lil, which he's not in a great position to do.
Lil is gonna go for. What would it's a -2 to like go for the throat to like cut somebody's head off, basically, right? I think so. That's what Lil's gonna do before he gets up. Is she's gonna go for the throat with her claws.
Okay, so like a called shot to the neck.
Yep.
All right, yeah, that's a +2 difficulty.
And he's prone, which is a -2, so it evens out.
Well, that helps. So then, air. You have 2 halves of a monkey here and 2 other monkeys still standing there.
I guess I'll take a whack at another one with Actually, what is the hose doing that the other green monkey sprayed me with? Or the other monkey.
Say that again. What?
Is that hose thing spraying everywhere? Now that hose spraying monkey's dead?
Yeah, I mean, it's still dumping out powder.
I want to shut the machine off. Straight up shut the machine off.
Okay. So you're gonna pull the off lever.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So you pull the lever,
Mm-hmm.
and then Lil, you have your go for the throat to roll.
Seven successes to hit. Okay, that's going to be 6, 13, 7. So 11 damage or not?
That's for the big one.
Yep,
Correct.
right in the neck.
Right. It's probably not going to be good, but he can actually. I mean, he can try, but he's not going to. Yeah, he soaks 1 of 11, and he was already at 4 damage. So he takes 10. He cannot even
And his head
possibly
goes-
rage up from that. So, yeah, and that
And
much
his head
damage
goes
to the neck. It might not remove it fully. He's kind of doing the nearly headless Nick thing. All right. So that eliminates him from the initiative. So we got Lucas and Veronica, each with a monkey.
Yep. Lucas is first, right?
Yep.
1 to hit. And this with no rollover, so 13. 4 damage.
He soaks 2 of it, so that one manages to stay up. Shockingly, with Lucas's rolls. All right, so Veronica, go ahead and roll your hit and damage.
All right. 4 to hit. That's amusing. It's the same roll or same numbers.
Guess it was meant to be.
Right. Six damage.
All right. He soaks 3, so he's still barely up. All right. Then we've got last rage round. We have. Well, Lucas has 2 more rage rounds. Lil has 1 more because she pulled 1 from her fetish. So
She's going to move over and... Oh, wait. It's Lucas first. Sorry. My bad.
Yep.
Yeah, Lucas is just gonna keep killing monkeys.
Sure.
End of message.
Lil is going to go over and attack one of the monkeys that's going after air.
All right.
Are there flanking bonuses? Or do we not use those?
Well, you're behind it, so it's you would have a plus +2, I believe, dice. Let me look.
Should
That
be a
one-
minus to difficulty, if I
Well,
remember correctly.
so that one I've got in my notes here because it's 2 extra dice because mage and vampire both use extra dice. Werewolf uses difficulty difference. So rather than have
right.
different systems, I just said
Okay.
we're going to use the system the majority uses.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 2 extra dice.
4 to hit. 5 damage.
Soaks 2, so it stays up, but barely. And then Lucas, you can roll to finish the one off that you're dealing with.
3 to hit. And 7 damage. I keep forgetting my damn 10s. I would have had an extra die. Oh well.
Well, he can't soak enough to survive that, so he's down. And then we have Lucas. One more rage action yet if you want to finish off the one on Veronica.
Yeah. Oh, it's actually 5. Remember my damn 10 this time. And 5 damage to that one.
Alright, well, he doesn't soak enough to stay up, so you finish him off. Alright, so our next round of combat would be 1 upright monkey and 1 wounded monkey. Well, 2 upright, 1 wounded on the Umbra side, and that's it.
Okay.
If you guys are each going to attack one, you
Yep.
act before them, so just go ahead and roll.
I'll attack the one she's not attacking, so
Okay.
she's obviously engaged with one, so
Does that flanking bonus still apply, or did it turn towards me?
It would turn towards you.
Okay. Four to hit.
All right. Well, you're acting before them, so they don't have defensive action, so it is your move.
7 damage.
Oh, I suppose you want me to roll my damage, huh?
Yeah, yeah. The one little hit can't survive that, so that one's done.
Okay, so 6 to hit. Okay, 11. Okay. Nine damage.
All right. Well, he can't choke that, so you finish him off. You got the machine shut off, so that's all taken care of. A headless giant ape thing.
So we have a bunch of dead monkey. We have 4 dead monkeys and a giant thing.
Yep.
A gorilla.
Is there anything else in the Umber now?
No, that was it in the area. There's still a bunch of these buckets, but there's barrels.
I wonder what they were doing. Air kind of looks at Lil and the barrels.
Lil kind of sniffs in the direction of those things, like the powder stuff that's on the floor now, and it's in the barrels to try and see if she can figure out what it is.
And that's in Air's face.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Would that be like perception primal urge?
Yeah, to try and figure out what it is.
Air is doing the same. Well, she's not sniffing it, but she's gonna look at it. So I don't know if there's just a
You
perception
could do like a perception investigation if you want.
or yeah.
6 successes. I know all the things that sniffing can tell you.
You can pick up. There's obviously a number of different odors, but it seems to be like plants and chocolate and that sort of thing.
This smells of plants and chocolate.
Okay, I only had 1 success to look at it. Try to figure it out.
All right, looks a lot like protein shake mix.
She raises an eyebrow.
Do these barrels have labels on them by chance?
No, they were the toxic waste barrels. They were the barrels same barrels that you guys were told had been shipped over to be used for cleanup.
This is very strange.
Yeah.
Marcus, since you've been waiting patiently, if you want to roll your strength to get that door pulled shut, assuming that would have been happening at the same time, but.
Who's successes?
Oh.
All right, so you're able to pull it shut the rest of the way. And it latches, and just just as the rest of you guys finish fighting these monkeys, you hear the sound of a large, loud boom from the other side.
At which point, my character screams "Chunkies" all the time.
Chunky salsa time?
Yes.
My God.
My character heads over.
I'm so glad Air's in the Umbra.
In the hallway, there's a couple other of these monkey things that were dead that appear to have come around the corner and been shot by Sean with his SMGs. And he kind of gestures everyone and says, "We're going to want to stand back." And he points down the way as a semi blows through that bay door. And pulls right up to like the loading door of the section where all the shit is kept. He as he runs in, he opens that bay door. He says, "I don't know what in the hell you guys had to deal with in here, but it doesn't look good." He pulls off his suit coat and throws it to Air and says, "Sorry, I didn't bring a towel." Oh, wait, Air's still on the other side, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, she's in the Umbra. That's why I said it's a good thing Air isn't over
I
here.
stand corrected. I flip-flop myself. All right, so he will motion to Lucas and Veronica on this side and say, "We need to start getting the barrels hauled over here. If they're, it looks like some of these might be sealed already. We should keep those sealed. We'll dispose of those. As long as they stay sealed, we can dispose of them correctly."
And the people with the beardy things can understand them? Yes. Learn. I hope Load trying to expedite the situation.
He starts pulling driving the bobcats up onto the trailer.
That Sean that's doing that? Was he the glasswalker?
No, he is the Silver Fang.
I asked the glasswalker, is there anything you can pull data like off of, like hack things?
He says, "Well, that's not my strongest point, but I've got a couple of tools because when you're crushing moon, that's what you do." I'm gonna head over towards the loading dock area there and see what I can find.
I'll cover you.
As they load up the semis and start pulling them through, Sean will holler and say, "Well, the rest of you guys, do we want to try and clear it room by room if there's anything left? Do we want to demo the whole thing? I don't know if your buddy there brought more bags somewhere."
We could always make electrical fires.
Mm-hmm.
My character, as he's running away, he goes. Well, actually, he doesn't. He does. He does say, he screams, Don't break everything. We might need to learn stuff.
That's why I wanted to bring some of the vitamins back to the SEP, see if we can know company names or something. If they're having these kind of monsters here. But we can always slow them down and break some things.
No, I mean, y'all aren't dumb. Y'all know what not to break. So, like, just don't, like, save something that we can study.
She takes some of the out of the freezer, the vitamin packs, and drink supplements, so she can bring it to the Septon.
I had to process that because I thought you said she drinks a supplement, and I went,
Oh hell
what?
no!
Okay.
No, so you said they were like,
she's taking some samples.
yeah. So this way
Okay.
we could go to Sept and be like, and she's bringing back one of the dead monkeys.
Ah,
Alright.
cleanse that shit.
Lucas is gonna do the room to room.
Oh wait, I
Just
can't
make
tell
sure
you
there's
that.
nothing
I
left
know
alive.
that. Yeah, man.
What's the name of the glasswalker they urge again?
The one who's with you guys, Clifton.
Clifton, do you believe just a rite of cleansing is good on this, or if there's any other things that you've learned as a glassworker we need to keep tabs on?
He's over with Draken right now, trying to hack the loading docks, but if you're hollering, he can yell back.
She hollers, is a rite of cleansing just sufficient on this, or should there be other cautions?
Well, it it never hurts.
She's performing rite.
Lucas find anything on his sweep and clear of the rest of the building?
All the other you find more of the barrels already sealed in other rooms, but that's it.
Okay.
The place is oddly empty, although granted there was some evacuation alarms.
When Lucas gets back into the main bay, if Air and Lil aren't back yet, he's gonna mind speak to Air.
Well, I mean, Air wanted to still look around and make sure the Umbra was clear in the building.
7 successes for rite of cleansing.
All right, so that is, well, excuse me, that is going to get her clean. Or cleanse, rather. And, you guys start getting everything sorted out as they finish loading up. Air, I will need a stamina check from you.
Okay. Well, I'm glad.
Where in the goddamn Nightfall was this book?
Let's see. Oh, I accidentally exited out of my sheet. Whoops. Okay.
Oh boy.
That's okay. I got it. I was still on the page. Forum page. Just exited out of my sheet. 8. Okay. Standard or standard difficulty, John?
Yes.
1.
One success.
Of course.
So you start doubling over coughing. And you're coughing up this same powder that had been sprayed in your face. But Then it's like you got a tickle in your chest you can't get off, and you can tell there's definitely more in you.
Oh boy. If they actually consume it,
Probably inhaled it into unintentionally.
Right, it got blasted straight into your face, so somewhere it got into your lungs and stuff.
oh okay. Goody. So yeah, she's just coughing this shit out.
Are you all right there? Is there anything that I can do to help?
Whatever this is all up in my business. And she motions through her to her lungs and her face and shit.
Would a cleansing aid in
I don't know.
this, or
It smells
simple coughing?
It smells like protein powder, but do you have the gift sense worm?
I do.
Check if the powder is tainted. I assume it is, but
What's the difficulty for this one, John?
6.
2 successes.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely worm tainted.
It is very much of the worm.
I figured. Goody. I wonder what effects it'll have.
Nothing good.
I can feel it in my lungs.
Next time, we about to wait when they get blasted in the face. That's all we do.
Clifton looks at Draken and says, I think I've got everything I'm going to from here. We at least know where they're shipping this stuff.
Okay, let's go.
No, we got 2 more people we're waiting for.
Did Air ever answer the mind speak knock?
She'll say, what? What?
You guys okay over there? We got attacked.
Yeah, so did we.
Do you need help? You good?
Air's gonna try to get back up if she doubled over. This is gonna be the
Yeah, I assume she was still on her feet, just
okay.
leaning over, coughing.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
We're about ready to roll out of here.
Alright. She looks at Lil. They're ready to rock and roll.
They are making this here, but with so much, they must have a way to cross the gauntlet to bring it to the other side.
I can do
Because
that
this
too.
would have no purpose.
It's a simple gift. And Air is actually going to hold on. That
Do we
being
want to
said,
take a sample of these?
yes. Yes. So is there like a small container we can put some of this powder in?
Yeah, I'm sure you can find something.
All right, so we'll do that, and Air is going to hold the container, and then she's going to put her hand on Lil's shoulder. I'm going to spend a gnosis, and then the gauntlet is 6, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I don't add to the difficulty for her. Okay.
But it is a gift of the theurges. We did
And
not
she
have
pulls-
a theurge.
And she pulls Lil through the gauntlet back into the physical with her.
That's a cool gift. That's awesome.
There is a theurge out there then. Unless they found them on this side.
I have a feeling that you might be right. Someone with some kind of ability to pull things beyond the gauntlet. I couldn't learn this particular ability until after I hit Adrin. So,
There's a powerful theurge.
mhm. So yeah, you guys see Air and Lil pop back in, and Air is pulling her, and they're still having a conversation.
Veronica's eyebrows furrow.
Air is holding a little container of powder.
Veronica holds up a toasted monkey.
Could I bring the head of the gorilla with us too? I forgot about that before. She just suddenly we're across.
Oh, it was still partially attached to the body, but if you want to drag it with.
Yes, she will.
Okay, that's fine.
And Lil back in Hamid will hold up this giant gorilla head.
Those guys are bastards. And she kind of holds up the little container of the powder, and she's like, I don't know what this is, but they sprayed it in my face. And Lil says it's tainted as all get out. So,
as Sean finishes getting the equipment on the truck, she says, well, it's a good thing we're not taking it back anywhere sacred, and that we have some real estate we can leave this stuff at, with cameras and fences.
Be sure to watch the Umbra side, because they have a theurge. They
do.
manufacture this on the other side and bring it here in the barrels.
Yep. It might be more than one, for all we know.
This is possible.
Draken goes, so, well, after, are we on the road at this point? We're exiting, we're driving?
Yep.
Okay. He says,
Veronica shifts back to Hobbit.
Draken kind of looks at you and goes, wait, so you can make things on the other side and bring them back to this side?
If you have the ability to move the things that you need over there, absolutely.
Think of it like a door being opened and the ability to then walk through with what you wish.
Mm-hmm.
No dedication, no agreement with the spirits except to learn to open the gauntlet.
Can because my character's brain is addled that this is a thing, can he make a cosmology roll? Because that's the spirit world and stuff.
That's fine.
I need to know what he knows. So he is not Grok. Y'all keep going. I'm trolling dice.
Sean leads the way, but he pulls in, gates open, and it's literally like he said. It's set up like a construction site. It's an empty field, fence around it, like a construction fence around it with barbed wire up above, a couple of job trailers, and there's cameras on posts.
Push.
Out of game, thank you.
And starts getting stuff off the trailers.
He will reluctantly give back the shotgun with a sad face.
Okay.
They will help in the truck if they need.
John, what's the name of the
Well,
warehouse that we went to?
It was a warehouse owned by Atomic Cell.
Atomic
Was the company.
Cell.
Once everything is unloaded, the trucks start heading off. But then and Sean says, "Well, we should probably find someplace not on Sept to pack out and debrief. I'm sure we'll have to do some cleanup as well."
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And Clifton says, "Well, we do have a small office that we've opened here that's got shower facilities and stuff, like a locker room for the gym, so we could use that." And he will head towards the truck, drive that direction.
Dragon's quiet because, like, post battle is when, like, the old people make the old people decisions. So
The old people make the old people decisions.
yes, he refers to all of you as old, just because you're.
Because we have higher rank, that's why we're
Yeah.
the old people. Okay.
You're the old people. We're the elders.
Oh, well.
When Lila's told where to go to bathe, she will begin stripping as she walks that way.
Alright.
That has no pants.
Eric kind of just laughs. Quietly, like she just kind of chuckles. And she's gonna kind of look at Veronica.
Veronica looks at air, raises an eyebrow.
Does she still feel this powder crap in her lungs
Yep.
after all this? Okay.
Does old boy want a shotgun back?
And she's kind
No,
of
he just kind of waved you off and that you could keep it.
she's kind of coughing a little bit, coughing some more, and she's like, I don't know. Whatever this is, it's in my lungs. It got sprayed in my face. I can still feel it. So
Did
I
you get a
probably
cleansing?
we can try it.
I'm gonna try Retta cleansing.
All right.
I mean, it's not. I don't believe it'll hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It will if she now has taint of corruption.
That's what men say to women all the time when they want to try stuff.
2 successes.
Don't be gonna hurt.
Why the hell can I not find Rite of Cleansing in the book?
Page 203.
Thank you. Because
No problem.
It's not in the list of rights.
The minimum difficulty on anything is 3, right?
Yep.
Okay. Damn. I did not read that. Hee hee.
Air is essentially just humoring you guys in regards to the rite of cleansing because she has a fetish that does it automatically.
We bow to your badassery and your fetish gadgets.
You guys don't know that. She's just humoring you guys with the rite of cleansing.
Out of game, the other sep doesn't need to know that.
Right.
So it starts to I mean, you can tell it's diminished a little bit, and Arias, your tattoo is starting to glow as well.
Oh, goody. What color is it glowing under her shirt?
It's glowing green like it does when it's doing its job.
Goody. She just kind of like glances at the green glowing up her chest. Like, oh boy.
Draken is busying himself playing with his new shotgun. You don't need to be over there with the old people.
The old people, the women folk.
The old people. That's all y'all are.
Lil will come back out of the shower. She's in lupus. And she shakes it off, and then she sits down and begins her grooming.
Draken looks at Lil and the wolf, and he goes, "If we are lucky, they will not notice we are here while they play with each other. We will not have to do scut work because we are players." Shh.
What is scut work?
Oh, it's okay.
Is this a form of Hamid mating?
No. No. Not that. Nothing like that. I'm in wrong place.
Hamid mating is strange.
It is not. It works perfectly normal.
It's not strange. Air kind of chuckles.
Well, my character literally goes, "I'm a big fan." No, it works fine.
Veronica just like smirks at the entire conversation.
I mean,
then what is scut work?
It's busy work in Shadowlord tribe. Sometimes the big guys, the old people, they make the young people do all the things they do not wish to do. It is called scut. It is annoying.
So you do not wish to do what your elders tell you?
I do not wish to do with anyone.
There's a
He goes, I am guy in internal affairs.
Finish up cleanup and stuff, and you're feeling better. You can't guarantee it's all out, but you know it will be eventually.
Okay.
That at least as far as you know with how your tattoo works.
Right.
And once everyone's pretty well cleaned up and stuff, Sean says, well, we suppose we should check back in and get you folks back home, and we will, Clifton and I will start getting the setup for the actual cleanup date now that we've got some equipment. I suspect while we do physical cleanup, we need to probably address some things on the other side that, you know, backhoes and stuff may not work for.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything else we should be aware of? We're new to the area. We're told where you guys were, and that was about as far as we've gone.
Dragon is more than happy to help. Anything you have need.
I see what you did there.
This cleanup stuff is at the former Riddling Waters, correct?
Yes, I will have to go there and use shovels and move things. It will be great. And there will be barbecue.
Should we make sure that Spirit isn't there if you're making this a big event?
He looks at you, he goes, that sounds a lot like a theater's problem.
Translation. Air, go see the thing that took Kulik's arm.
He says, see, I do not even have to file a dox at you. You already know what you're supposed to do.
Well, as I said, I'm sure there's going to be some work that needs to happen on the other side.
Yeah. There definitely is. There's a nasty ass consumption spirit on the other side. Just a warning.
Well, Air, you know you'll have backup.
Yes, so we'll definitely go in there with you to do things.
That would be the organized part. If Clifton and I handle the other side here and get folks doing the shoveling and that sort of thing, and you guys can potentially organize some aid from your group to deal with the thing on that side. And if we're doing this side, we should be keeping it cut off.
To get her fingers something to punch, they will be very happy.
They're just Angel. Oh, dude.
It sounds very bad when you say it out loud, but I'm not wrong.
I mean, I do like punching things, but I like other things too.
Uh-huh.
She likes drinking.
Drinking, yep. Irish whiskey.
Still cannot drink as much as I.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how Lupus has a tolerance to alcohol, but hey, whatever works.
Since everything Draken effectively negates being a Geru around people because he doesn't have that. The social numbers aren't there because lots of merits. So he can actually talk to people and like organize on the other side. Unless y'all want him on the inside, you're shooting things in the spirit world.
That's up to him.
No, it's really not, because that's how that works.
Air would have him help if he wants to help with the Umbra stuff. He's a guru. He knows what the consumption spirit is. He's been there.
He doesn't know what that is. He didn't do any research.
Okay, he doesn't know what it is, but he was there the first time and they had fought it and has experience. How about that with it?
He's just like the Hulk in the end of Thor. Big monster.
Yeah, we should definitely. Yeah.
You kill big monsters. I grill hot dogs. This is okay. We both fight for Gaia our own way. He goes, because unlike all of you, I can do this thing called have a conversation with people.
I can too.
Quivering ball of fear.
To have a conversation.
Quivering ball of fear.
You clearly don't know about the conversations I've had.
You didn't use your mouth for talking.
Wow. Wow. What are you implying?
You probably winked at them and used wiles or something. You cheated.
Well, there was definitely no cheating involved. Oh, wow. Okay. Does anyone have anything else? Anything?
Do we need to ward these things, or do they have some way of tracking these things, or is the equipment bugged with any extra tracking things? Because when we used to steal drug shipments from people, anyway, where they can do that? Has it been scanned and checked and all that? Not that I know.
To find out if it works.
All I know is the spirit of consumption. Not even Uktana himself knows what it is. It is a new creature.
You are super muffled.
She said it might be new to you, but I know someone who's encountered these things previously.
Old people know things. Yep.
I think perhaps if you want to know what they're capable of, you should try speaking to the warder.
That's okay.
I'll put it this way, they're horrific enough where he was really happy to see that I returned. So
I don't got anything else. You guys got anything else?
Sean will give you the keys to one of the limos, the limo that smashed, and say, if you want to take this one to get back home, if you guys have it there, it's unlikely that police forces will find a limo with the smash in front, should they look for one.
Then let us return to Sept.
I'm down with that. And Air is gonna go look to when they get back, she's gonna look for either Petrus or Thorgrim to discuss this powder right out the gate, even though she went through the rite of cleansing, she's going to be extra cautious considering she inhaled it.
Veronica's either going to look for Petrus or someone else appropriate to go over the creature we found and the stuff at the warehouse.
All right.
I'm gonna see if Boris can get the car fixed.
F it. She'll just go to Thorgrim that way, because then Verona can go to Petrus, and we're not bombarding one elder.
And then news spreads faster.
Well,
All right, we can knock out the specifics on those in blue books,
All right.
and we will go ahead and wrap that up there then. Draken was given contact information for Sean and Clifton as well.
Yes, and they were given contact they can contact Boris and they can contact me.
Right. All right. Well, then we will wrap it there. Thank you, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. This has been another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam.